Matty, congratulations. This will be the first time you've played every game in the season, shortened season, but how's the body? Feeling good?
Yeah, feel really good. Yeah, no complaints. Obviously coming into this year, I hadn't played a full season, so that was a goal of mine. I was pretty confident if I can get on the park and stay healthy, I'd play some decent footy. So yeah, the main thing over the last couple of years is just yeah, trying to play every game.
Did you have to change anything in the pre-season to sort of mix it up a little bit, or has it just been a bit of luck on this side?
Yeah, so coming off sort of 2 stress fractures, yeah, sort of had to reassess sort of training loads and stuff like that. So there's been a little load management on with stuff like that in training, but yeah, this year sort of I can get out for 1 main session a week in terms of training, which is good, and I think I've got a good balance.
There must have been, some changes inside the club with rehab and things like that, with the shorter breaks this year. So was that much of a hassle for the big guys?
I think the last sort of 4 weeks, that was sort of maybe the danger period in terms of the condensed games. I think before the last few games we've had 6 or 7 day breaks, which has given my body a good chance to rest, and other guys as well. So it's more so when you're coming off 4 and 5 day breaks, you just have to be careful. But yeah, I've since sort of gotten through with no issues.
Do you think the short quarters have played a big part in that?
Not particularly. I think if you ask me personally, I probably prefer the longer format. Just with my sort of game, I like sort of the longer game. But yeah, I think it is considerably shorter, and you do cover a lot less Ks. So if there were full-length games and you're coming off 4 and 5 day breaks, that would be really challenging. But it's helped in that respect.
Coming off a good win against North, there was probably a little bit of a structural change to the forward line. Sort of you and Jesse stayed a little bit closer to home, and Rory sort of went up the ground, and sort of that exit kick option.
I don't think we sort of try to do that on purpose. With the game, sort of we might, between Jesse, myself, and Rory, we might get caught up the ground. Rory's often, switching in the ruck, so you might see him, in D50 and back of centre. But I think when you get that much supply, it might look as though we're staying deeper. But I thought our mids and backs did a good job of sort of giving us a lot of supply.
Just on that 3 big blokes, how do you manage that as a dynamic? You see some clubs go a bit smaller, but you've got 3 big guys that can play really well. I mean, how do you work together as a group when you're going to be out there together like that?
Yeah, it's just having a good awareness of where each other are on the ground, creating space for each other, and there's times you have to be selfless and sort of maybe lead up and draw a defender or something like that to get one of your teammates open. But we've all sort of had our injury issues over the last season or 2, so we haven't played a lot of football together. But I think when we have played together, we've showed some really good signs, and it worked really well on the weekend. I think we're not always going to get that much supply, but if we can just have a good awareness and play a selfless role for each other, it'll go a long way to being a good team and working.
What is the feeling heading into the last game and the hubs and everything you've been through this year? Is it almost going to be like a sense of relief that it's all over?
Oh, no doubt. It's been a challenging year for everyone sort of involved in the AFL, but yeah, we just want to finish the year off really strongly and go into the pre-season with a bit of momentum. There's previous seasons where I finished the last game really strongly, and it carries you into pre-season, and yeah, it's a really good feeling. So Bulldogs, they're going to be very hungry, and they've got finals on the line, so they're going to throw everything at us. It's more about ourselves and how we can play and implement our sort of system and get some good results and finish the year off strongly.
Just be honest, where does Cairns rank for a hub?
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful place. I think we haven't had much of a chance to get out. We've been, coming off 4 or 5 day break, so we haven't had much of an opportunity to get out. But this week, sort of with the 8 days, we will have a couple of days off where we can go out and see a few of the sites and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been here before a couple of years ago, and it's great fun.
Dave Mundy's just rolled in, potentially get another contract. You think he's a forward stream, lays out all
Yeah, he's had a terrific year. I think he's carried those sort of young midfielders. He's carrying his own in terms of his output on the field, but sort of the intangible things that he brings to those sort of young midfielders like Sarong, Brayshaw and Chera, I think really relishing it, and I think he's enjoying it as well. So,
if you're Peter Bell, you give him another year?
Yeah, I'd probably give him one. Yeah, definitely.